Yo. So, welcome back to the podcast about nothing with Cameron and B Cove. Hope you all have been doing well. What's been going on? What's been up?
First of all, this is not a podcast. This is like, hey man, let's go get tequila shots at KS Bar and then talk nonsense and post it on YouTube.
Yeah, let's go talk on the mic. We might as well. He actually handed me a Taylor Swift album, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is one of the prettiest things I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
And also, you would use the old record player, right? To put this on,
yes.
Put the needle on it. To be honest, I don't even know if I know how to use those.
You just put it on a turntable. I have a Pioneer. You see that over there?
Yeah.
So I have Jim
True.
Croce on it right now, but you take that record off, you put that record on, you grab the needle, set it down on there, turn it on play, and then it plays through the whole album.
Wow.
And of course, you can pick up
That's
the needle.
cool.
You can pick up the needle and put it from like track to track. But
I see Johnny Cash on there.
You gotta have some Johnny Cash, man.
Because you're mine.
Big.
I walk the line.
I keep breaking loose. What you want is heart of mine.
I love. Did you watch that Walk the Line movie with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was younger when I saw that, man. I was a little bit disturbed.
I have it on DVD.
I was disturbed by that movie.
Yeah. They were
remember the part where he was high and he was like driving the tractor in the lake?
Yeah,
I was like,
that's messed up.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I remember the part too where like they were all doing like pills and they were trying to get Johnny to do it. And they were like, Elvis does it? And Elvis was like, yeah.
Elvis was like, well, yeah, buddy, I do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, Walk the Line's a hard one. I like Johnny Cash.
That was the thing about like musicians back then, man. They all did drugs, I feel like. But then you look at the guys today, they all do shit too.
Yeah. It feels like musicians can't keep performing the same song and keep doing the same thing without having something to kind of free them a little bit.
You got to be free.
You know? Because if you think about it, I mean, if you did the same thing every single day, like, it would get boring to do it the same way.
It's like working a job. You go to the studio, you do your thing in the studio, and then it's hard to pick up like that creative aspect of your brain without some kind of mind altering substance. So I would need at least a beer, before I start playing guitar and writing songs. But other things are available. She's hot.
Smoke show.
She's a smoke show. Taylor Swift is sexy.
Where's my Swifties at? All my Swifties in the house. LC, Lauren Campbell, I know you're out there. Where my Swifties at? Mackenzie.
Zach Norfleet, you're a Swiftie, right? Shout out Zach Norfleet. Ain't nobody don't ask me. My last name is Norfleet.
Nobody.
Purple. That is a beautiful album though. The way she
put a lot of work into this, which is what I'm just kind of mesmerized.
The artwork, the photos, it is flawless.
They've got like both of the large discs that you put on these record players in their own packaging with kind of like words describing each song, and it's just that type of stuff. I like when people like obviously put a lot of detail into something. I'm always down for that. I always like want people to win. So
and the album name is Speak Now, and it is Taylor's version is what it's called.
I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan.
No, me neither.
I don't like listening to Taylor Swift music every day.
But this album popped up on the internet. I was like, I have to buy this because this is historical. Have you seen some of the shows she's done? Sold out.
That's crazy,
stadiums.
Especially in today's climate.
People paying over $1,000.
We've heard on like Twitter and Facebook that some artists are having to cancel shows due to not being able to sell arenas.
Exactly.
And I don't want to call anybody out, but that's unfortunate.
She's a special one in our time.
She is. She's special.
But anyways, so today we hit the gym early. Me and Brenton did. We went and worked out, got in the sauna.
Doesn't working out make you feel so good for the rest of the day?
Yes,
I should
man.
say.
Today, like this is a much better day than it would have been if I had not worked out. So we hit it early. We got in the sauna, hit the showers, you got to put some clothes on, man. If I walk through the shower curtain.
Hey, man, you can't tell this stuff on the air, dude. I was in the YMCA. I took a little shower, whatever. We was in the sauna. Call it a day. Went to KS Bar. Shouts to Matt Jones and KY Sports Radio.
Ryan Lemon, Shannon the Dude.
I actually listen to KY Sports Radio low key, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Every once in a while.
That's a pretty cool bar. It's a good place to go. Cool. It's a good atmosphere for really any sports event, but especially Kentucky games when school is back in session after the summer. Of course, we had to come by and support. You know, it's the summer. We know it's slow, so we went by, got some drinks.
Yeah, we're locals.
Got some wings.
Yeah,
and
fried pickles.
Can't wait for the football season and the basketball seasons to start. It's gonna be a good
the basketball team looked good in the GlobalJam. Shouts to John Calipari. I know a lot of people were doubting him coming into this summer about who's going to be on the roster and what the offense is obviously going to look like. But that GlobalJam showed a lot. They played Canada, they played Africa, and they also played freaking Germany. Which, yeah, that's crazy. Never lost a game. It's a heck of a turnaround, honestly, especially for how it ended last year. And, you know, Cason Wallace got drafted and Oscar didn't get drafted, but he's with the Pacers. Like, you see those players move on. I would have really, you know, liked to seen last year. Obviously, we were there. We were at KS Bar watching those games.
Watch
just
the Providence game.
And I would have liked to seen that end, you know, not in the round of 32, but then they come to the GlobalJam in the summer where nothing's on TV and everything's dead, and they really put on a show. They put on a show.
Man, they put on a show. I was really a little bit worried about the recruiting aspect of things. I was like, you know, are we going to have a consistent solid 5?
Yeah.
Are we going to have a consistent solid 3?
Yeah.
And then Trey Mitchell pops up. Aduthiero has turned into a beast.
He's turned into a man-child. Shouts to Aduthiero, all the work he's been putting in the offseason. He looked 10 times more ready, pretty much, for college basketball.
Absolutely. And we have this, like, forward-guard rotation with Rob Dillingham, God bless, Reed Shepherd, DJ Wagner is an animal. DJ looked good. Man, he's awesome. Looked great. And then you've got Antonio Reeves was amazing. That's the fourth guy I was talking about.
Throughout the GlobalJam, and he won the MVP.
MVP, got himself a watch. Come on.
What kind of watch was it? Was it like a Richard Mille or like a Rolex? If they didn't give him a Rolex or a Richard Mille, I'm like, why are we giving out watches?
I zoomed in on the video to try to see what kind of watch it was. I thought it was maybe like a Tag Heuer or something. I don't know.
How much is that worth? Do you know?
A Tag is like $5,000. I don't know what it was. They could have gone the cheap route, but either way, man, dude got himself a watch because he absolutely
he was
balled out, and he was buckets that whole tournament.
And I think him coming back is going to be really just him investing in his career and getting another shot at showing NBA scouts that he can be a first-round pick. I mean, at the end of the day, John Cal has kind of made it clear everything is really for players to develop and go to the NBA. And so I think, you know, the best thing these players can do is be here multiple years, especially if you're talented. And so Antonio coming back after all the rumors throughout the summer about him potentially leaving after everybody left us.
I mean, we thought
nobody stayed.
He was going to another school.
Yeah, I mean, he was. He went to Illinois State and was doing classes and stuff, but then he just popped back on UK's campus, and thank God he did. And also Trey Mitchell coming from West Virginia was a huge pickup for us. Like
I could not believe his game when I saw it, and he was consistent really throughout the whole tournament. I hope that continues throughout the whole UK season. I don't know.
Is he?
But man, if he has that kind of smooth shot in production, even if so we've got 2 injuries: Ugana Onyenso and Bradshaw.
Yeah.
So they're
unfortunate.
So they'll come back later in the season, I'm sure. So we've got to have someone to fill the 5. If Trey Mitchell fills the 5 and he continues to play the way he's playing, we've got a great, solid team.
Agreed.
Something to fall back on, even when those guys come back.
Exactly. Like, when's the last time we've had a 5 that could step out and shoot it?
When's the last time we had 5 guys under 6'8" or 6'9". It's small. We're playing small ball right now.
And we're playing dribble drive offense, which is what Cal was known for. Oscar came to the team, and we had to switch it up. We couldn't do dribble drive with Oscar because he's got to post up on the block. And God love Oscar. We loved him here. But now that it's opened up with this young athletic talent and Trey Mitchell being able to pick and pop, it almost feels like, where is Bradshaw and Onyenso going to fit in when the season starts? Because, like, I like both of those guys. I definitely want a big. Obviously, they've got huge upsides, and they're our biggest guys on the team. But, man, when you seen kind of the GlobalJam, watching how the ball was moving around, watching how threes were getting popped, it was either a layup or a three. That's what we need.
The offensive efficiency that we played with that can get us through the SEC, no problem.
Yeah.
But then you've got, on these other teams, you've got 7-footers and 250-pound dudes. You know, you got to body some guys up. So that's where Ugana and Aaron Bradshaw are going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their length and their size. That's going to be a real help. But, man, the team that we have right now, what we just saw in Canada, that can take us a long way.
I agree. I think that team is like a Sweet 16, Elite 8 type team. Final Four, I think, is where you need like Dillingham and Onyenso, and somehow fitting them in with being able to still do the dribble drive. I don't really know how that's going to work. I know Dillingham can step out a little bit, but like Trey Mitchell just seemed natural at it. I mean, his stroke was beautiful.
Yeah, he would turn around with the ball in his hands and realize that he was pretty much open, take the shot without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Buckets.
Yeah.
Smooth.
So football season on the horizon too.
Don't know nothing about it. It's a basketball school, baby. Don't know nothing about football right now.
We obviously picked up a huge quarterback. Thank God we did. We've got Devin Leary. There was another quarterback we got. I forgot his name. Something. Oh, yeah. From Lexington Christian.
He's from Lexington.
Which is cool. But then we got I thought we got another dude, like Mertz or something from Wisconsin. But anyways, we have Devin Leary, and we've got Barry and Brown, and we've got Dane Key, the playmakers, coming back. Running back room is 2 or 3 deep. We went to the Miami.
Ray Davis from Vanderbilt.
Yep.
He's going to be good.
We went to the Miami of Ohio game last year and was talking crap to the Miami football team once we walked in.
No, that was Youngstown State.
Oh, Youngstown.
I got that video.
Yeah.
They were getting hyped to Grove Street Party. They were bobbing their heads, and then Brenton goes, "It's the SEC. You're going to get some today,
SEC, baby."
And I saw the head coach kind of put his head down, and that's when we realized we were going to spank them.
So hopefully this year we can start in a big way. I know the schedule kind of favors us a little bit.
The early schedule is a lot easier. We play Eastern Kentucky. We play Akron.
Akron. Shout out to Richmond.
Go
we
Colonels.
We play Ball State.
We are both eternal Colonels, by the way. But definitely more so UK fans.
Yeah, our alumni is UK, so I can't really claim eternal Colonel low-key.
If you're from Richmond, you kind of have to claim
I'm
that.
a Richmondite, you know. Akron, and then we got Vanderbilt, dude. We owe Vanderbilt. I'm telling you, every time UK plays Vanderbilt, football, basketball, baseball, it needs to be on site. All right, because they beat our basketball team last year in the first freaking round of the SEC tournament. And I feel like they might have beat us in football last year.
They did, because that was for John's birthday.
Yeah.
And we watched them lose at Tilted Kilt.
Oh.
Sadly. And we tailgated that game that day in the freezing cold.
That day was wild.
And unfortunately lost to Vanderbilt.
Fun
but this
times.
year the schedule is we got Ball State, EKU, Akron, Vanderbilt. So those first 4 games, we should be 4-0.
The 3 we know we should be 3-0. Vanderbilt, we should be 4-0. I mean, it's just,
I think so.
I don't know how we can say we're going to have a decent year if we can't win those first 4 games.
Right. And then September 30th on a Saturday,
this is where it gets dicey.
Florida at home. I think we have a good chance.
We've owned Florida here recently. Shout out to my dude Ryan Young Pestova. But like, shout out to my dude Junior Skeppel. Fucking
what's up, Junior?
But yeah, like Florida, I remember we were tailgating for one of the games. They had a gator on a rope on the news, like hung from one of the tailgates.
Oh,
there.
no.
Like
What?
shit gets dark for.
That was in Florida, in Gainesville?
No, it was in Kentucky. We were at Kentucky, and Florida came up here.
And they were hanging a gator by a rope.
Yeah.
No, come on.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, forget that. We're not like that. God damn. So let's say we're going to say it's a W. Oh, we're going to take the W on Florida
wild.
this year.
I know people remember that one.
So we're starting off 5-0.
I don't know how we
starting off 5-0.
I hope we beat Florida. It would be great to beat Florida. They're a good football team, obviously.
Let's just say we do in this case. Then we have Georgia, October 7th.
Yeah, not happening.
Most
Best team
likely
in college football.
Well, last year we played them 16-6 at home. That's the closest anyone played them the whole season. Not saying we have a chance because we really don't. But we're going to take the L here. So Georgia's a loss. We're 5-1.
5-1.
And then we
Missouri.
Missouri
Tell
at home.
them about Missouri, because it's a little more than just UK's playing Missouri. At that time, you might be in Missouri.
Well, oh yeah, I'm gonna be.
At that time, you'll be in Missouri.
That's right. I'll be going on a work contract in Bolivar, Missouri, close to Springfield. Bolivar. I'm still gonna root for the Cats though.
Right on.
I'm gonna take the W here against Missouri, even though they have had a pretty solid team in the past.
It'll be a close game.
Careful with that. I'm telling you.
It'll be a close game.
Okay, so Missouri.
And then
we're 6-1.
So that puts us in a bowl.
We're in a bowl.
Here's where it gets super dicey.
Tennessee L.
Rocket top.
This one's at home, but I'm going to say this is a loss for us. We had a huge.
Tennessee
we had a
huge. Plays us really well.
We had a huge problem with them last year. Their offense was oh my god. Brenton?
Tennessee always plays us really well. I don't know, like why or how we're not keeping up with Tennessee, but. It seems like they're getting recruits. It seems like they got the NIL thing going.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully this year we play them. Can we win a Tennessee game? I would love that.
I don't think we could stop their offense the way that they've been playing. I really don't.
I would love if we could win a Tennessee game.
Okay, 6-2. We go on to Mississippi State.
We should win that.
We should win that.
But who's to say? But we should win that.
7-3. Okay, Alabama.
No
We're gonna
way.
lose 7-4. 7-4. We go to South Carolina.
That's 7-4, dude.
I know. This is a toss-up.
That's not great.
It's not great. It's not great. Because we're losing to Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. I'm sorry. That should be 7-3.
7-3.
7-3.
Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. Mississippi State, we should win, right?
Mississippi State, we should win.
We should win. So, I mean.
South Carolina,
we got beat by them last year.
Playing at South Carolina. I think they're going to be pretty good this year, guys. So I think that's going to be our 7-4. Louisville's going to be better this year too. Jeff Brom, we should also take care of business. So
you think we lose to South Carolina?
I think so, man. I hate to say that, but
and that's those type of games, the Mississippi States, the South Carolinas, the Tennessees,
toss-ups,
the Floridas, the Missouris even. And I mean, obviously Vanderbilt, like literally every SEC school we have, besides Georgia and Alabama, we have got to go into that game thinking we want to win this.
Yeah, and the past seasons we always see us, maybe beat Missouri, South Carolina, and then we drop a game to Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Like,
and that
it evens itself out. It fucks us up.
And we would have been like great. We would have been like the record even last year if we would have picked up a couple of those wins. But
and then let's say we beat Louisville, and then
8-4
takes us to 8-4. So not a bad season.
What can you say? I mean,
and if we get really lucky and we beat Tennessee and we kind of do some things,
that's
beat
what
South
it is.
Carolina, we get lucky.
Yeah,
10-2. That's a crazy season.
10-2 is a crazy season.
Fucking crazy.
That's
season.
Perfect for the football this year.
So,
I don't know if it'll happen. It's really like probably the pinnacle of like everything would have to come together. Obviously, no injuries.
Right.
But man, 10-2 would be amazing.
It would. It would be insane. So hopefully we can do it. But it's I'm either way. I'm really excited about this season. I cannot wait to watch Devin Leary step on the field and take the reins.
Yeah, that should be
throw
exciting.
Some good balls. I want to see Dane Key grow. I think he can be a great receiver in the SEC.
I do too. I think he could go to the league.
I think he could eventually.
Frederick Douglass, shout out to Fred Doug. We were talking about them in the state tournament.
You know, that's Ryan Lemon's godson, I think.
Oh, really?
Or nephew or something like that.
Wow.
They're somehow close.
Shouts to Ryan Lemon, KS Bar again. Chicken wings were all right.
Dude, I love Ryan Lemon.
Garlic parm.
It irks me.
It's pretty good.
When I listen to KSR, and I know Matt and Ryan are friends, but sometimes Matt is so mean to Ryan on the air. I'm like,
he is.
I'm like, Ryan is not dumb. Like, give him some credit. Like, he's a smart guy.
I remember Ryan on LEX 18, and also I was a Jimmy John's driver, and I was delivering a sandwich to the hospital, and I saw Ryan Lemon in the elevator and was like, "Yeah, I think the Cats will be pretty good this year, don't you?" And struck up a conversation with him.
Was he
Ryan
cool?
doesn't remember that. He was nice.
Sure
He was
like
nice
a
dude.
short conversation, but
Nice dude. But yeah, hopefully 10-2 is what we're shooting for. 8-4 is what we believe.
8-4 is what we believe.
8-4. So
we covered Kentucky basketball, Kentucky football, of course.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Cincinnati Reds?
Oh my goodness! How about the Cincinnati Reds, people? What are we thinking about that? Ellie De La Cruz comes out of nowhere. Why did we wait so long to call that man up? That man should have been starting the beginning of the year with.
Well, you were saying
waiting 20-something games is not the move.
Brenton was saying the Reds' issue was for so many seasons, they'll get somebody good and then they'll sell them off, trade them off. They won't keep somebody with talent for an extended period of time.
Yep.
They've got Ellie locked into a 4-year, 5-year deal?
4 or 5 year deal. So
and
they'll keep him. Which is big.
Encarnacion. I don't know anything about him, but he's a fresh talent. I don't know what his deal or if he has some kind of extension or whatever his contract is. I hope they keep him. But, man, we've got some young talent and a really solid team that I think we can build something on. I hope this continues.
And they just played Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, they dropped 5 or 6 games.
And Milwaukee is the top of the NL Central. So
after that, yeah.
The Reds are second right now, 53-46. Milwaukee's 54-44. So yeah, it must have been during that spurt. If the Reds can get to the top of NL Central, I mean, they have a shot at making the playoffs. It's obviously the best record is gonna get in. The teams with the best record, and they are up there as far as the best records go. It's really close. But man, what a year they're having. I went to a Reds game. Shout out to my boy John Bones. Mason, what's up, bro? And KB. And we went to that Reds game, and the Reds had just been kicking the crap, or the Dodgers had just been kicking the crap out of the Reds, and they came back that day and was on fire. So that was a fun time. It was really hot. But it seems like just a different energy in Great American or whatever it's
Great
called.
American Ballpark.
Great American.
Yeah, that's
just a different energy in there. It seems
when
this year.
when Ellie
got a little more snap to him.
Oh yeah, when Ellie came through and started playing, a lot of people came out to see him, and the Reds started winning a little bit more. The team kind of meshed together. And, he had that cycle and some big hits and home runs. And the team really seemed to start playing together much, much better. And I don't think I've ever seen the Great American Ballpark with that many people in it, that rowdy and that energetic and excited, because it's been so long since the Reds have been decent.
That's true.
So I would say I would probably have to label myself as a fair weather Cincinnati Reds fan. However, I've been going to their games since I was 5 years old, off and on. So that's my team.
Yeah. Proximity, baby.
And it's proximity definitely to Lexington. It's like an hour, 15 hour, 20-minute drive.
I love Cincinnati. City's so dope. Shout out to my wife, Sky. We love that city.
Yeah, Cincinnati has a lot of great stuff. Great food, great people, friendly
people, legal stuff. It's not legal here.
Ohio. And the Hard Rock Casino is pretty cool.
Ohio.
Do it again.
Ohio.
Ohio.
He used to be in the chorus, so he's going to hold a note for y'all on the one time. Man, well, fun times,
well,
right?
Shit. Is that all you wanted to?
That's.
I'm glad we covered that stuff.
I just wanted to talk about something. Like I feel like we haven't gotten on the mic and talked about much here recently.
Is there anything?
Denver won the NBA championship.
Anything off sports we can talk about politically or pop culture?
Pop culture.
I saw Jamie Foxx posted a video.
Shouts to Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is doing okay.
Jamie Foxx is okay, man.
I'm so
I
happy,
would have been
man.
distraught if Jamie was not doing well.
Me too. And he was even like joking and
like
being funny on that
That's the thing
video.
about like social media. You can never really seem to get what the real thing that's going down is. Like somebody hears one thing and they run with that. And then that is what the story is.
And then
what
it
the
trends on
narrative
Twitter,
is.
and that's what everyone's talking about.
You never really know what's going on if it is something else because they ran with the first thing that they heard.
Yeah, so this video was from the horse's mouth. Jamie Foxx himself.
Yeah.
He looks great. He's not blind. God dang it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the stories that we were hearing on social media this was a bad job.
He still went through the ringer in his recovery, apparently.
He definitely did.
He's been working hard with physical therapy. Shout out to my profession.
PTs.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm just glad to see him. Just glad to see that man doing well.
Yeah, shouts to Jamie Foxx, man.
Jamie Foxx.
Shouts to Quan Wilson, who
shouts to Quan.
knows Jamie, low-key. So shouts to Quan, my dog. Shouts to Bryce, my guy.
Shouts to Bryce. We need to go to Jake's, Bryce, get a cigar, have a whiskey. You need to come with us, Brenton.
I've never been to Jake's Cigar Bar.
Man, it is a cool spot.
I don't smoke cigars like that. Like, we've been to Keeneland 2 years in a row, and Nick Ford, my guy, has given me cigars 2 years in a row, and I have not touched them. Like, not tried to light them up, nothing. I just like having them. Like I'm about to do it.
Me and you and Nick need to go make a trip there. And Anthony George, he likes to smoke cigars too.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Go to Jake's Cigar Bar and light one up and have really a lot of people go there and just have a whiskey and hang out. But it's a good vibe, cool place. You love it.
Yeah, right on. Cool, man. Family doing good? Shouts to your family.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm just kidding. It's not the end.
It is the end.
No, it's not. Wait. There's something else.
This is the end.
We can always.
You have a Bryant.
There was something else I wanted
LA
to talk
Dodgers. About. Is that Kobe Bryant? That's what I was wondering.
So
that's cool.
a
Bryant Dodgers jersey.
Brenton just outed me. I do have a Dodgers jersey in my apartment.
Oh, John, you remember he was saying he's not a Dodgers
Cincinnati Reds fan, but I bought it when Kobe Bryant passed away. It says Kobe on it. It's number 8.
R.I.P. Kobe, man.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Crazy. I've never rode in a helicopter before in my life, actually. So.
No, me neither. I ain't going to now either.
But plane rides, we're doing plane rides all the time, man. All the time.
Ukraine? What do you know about Ukraine?
Nothing.
Man, that's a messy situation.
Nothing.
I don't even want to talk about that. Okay, what if? Here's a what if situation.
Okay.
What if there's a draft?
Oh, God.
Okay. And me and you get called up.
Oh, God.
And we got to go to the military office and suit up and go to Fort Campbell and train for like 2 weeks.
I'm in trouble.
And then we get deployed to the front lines. Ukraine versus Russia.
Oh, my goodness.
The front lines. Bombs, guns, death.
I'm just wondering, like, because I watch, like, war movies, documentaries, and guys training for that. When you really get into the field, it would just be hard to imagine surviving. Like, but
you have to.
I guess you do, but I just feel like with my mind the way it is right now, I would just be like, dude, I'm going to die ASAP. I don't know when, but it's going to happen today.
Well, that's
like,
the
that's
thing.
the weird thing for me.
So
how can I fight knowing I'm just about to get blown up?
I have a book here written about World War II, and it's from a perspective of American, German, and Russian soldiers and British soldiers. And they all said that the only way that once they got there, that they could fight and continue on was that they already accepted that they were dead. And anything after that was a second chance. So everyone that was there was like, I'm going to die anyways. Let's just go about the day to day. Of course, there's people that are scared and they can't operate. They break down mentally. They get sent home. But the guys that do
that might be
the guys that do operate, they just you get there, you say, well, it is what it is, and you go with it. But when it comes to war, it's not something that I would ever want to participate in, and
especially to get drafted in.
Yeah,
like you didn't volunteer, but your country said no, you're going.
Yeah, exactly.
And like in Korea, all boys who go to be 18 have to go to the military for 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
Really?
At some point after they're 18. All males.
And they have to train?
Yes. So, like, could you imagine that? Like, that'd be another thing. Just you have to go to the military at some point in your life, and it'd be tough. Shout out to our military, man. Shout out to the people who, like, volunteer to do that. It just takes
veterans.
Man, it just takes a different mindset to do stuff like that.
Do you think we should have something like that here, where we have to go and train for a certain amount of time mandatorily after high school, or even during high school? So it would be about 17, 18 is when they would want to get you.
Well, we have like 300 million people here. And
340 million people.
So over 100 million are males. So do we need that many people in the freaking military?
Do you remember what I said about China? How many people does China have?
I mean,
3-something billion.
Is everybody trained over there? Right. Like, I don't know, dude. When you start talking about mass scale production stuff like that, like everybody's going to be trained the same way. Like, that just feels like a different time that we're not in. The time where we don't really have choices, right? Because that's taking away your choice to be like, I want to be in the military. I don't want to be in the military.
Yeah.
If they're saying, no, you have to train for the military for these 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Be tough, man. It wouldn't be America.
Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be the tough part. Because choices is what we're supposed to, I feel like, be on. You know what I mean?
All right. But if everybody had the choice, if there was a draft and everyone could say no, I think most people would say no. That's why they implemented the draft. It's mandatory because they have to have, for certain situations, they have to have a certain number of on-the-ground foot soldiers to do what the country needs to do. But,
be tough, man.
It's never a reason that we want to go. It's not like
I wouldn't dodge it, though.
It's like, what beef do you have with Vietnam that you need me to go over there?
If I got drafted, dude, like, I wouldn't, like, not go. I would have to go.
Well, they would take you to prison if you didn't go.
Exactly.
Muhammad Ali,
we know.
How long was he in?
He was in there in the middle of his
years?
fighting career, and they revoked his boxing license, and he was in there for like a year and a half. So, like, awful. I would go, and I guess I'd get blown up.
Well, maybe here it is. Maybe if we go and we both lose a leg at the same time, we can just come back and hop around.
And everybody would treat me so nice
prosthetics. Here. Yeah, we would get free. We get free stuff. Let's just go lose a leg.
Would I'm trying to ask y'all? Would y'all show love to a veteran who came back like that?
The VA. Are
y'all showing love, bro?
The VA sucks.
You gotta show love to these people, man. They're fighting for us. They're coming back with missing limbs.
Yeah, and we
gotta show
have
love to them, man.
Yeah, we have friends in the military.
Everything should be free for them. They shouldn't have to pay for nothing. They should have to pay for houses and shit. But that's like socialism, like that's like not what we're about.
So we'll say thank you to the people we know in the military. We're gonna say thank you, and then we're gonna cut off this episode. But Dre Goggins,
shouts to you, Dre.
Shouts to you, Dre. Taylor Bokel. You've been in the Air Force for a long time. Dre's in the Navy.
Yep.
Tyler Von Westmar.
Tyler, shouts to you, brother.
Over in the Sandbox. Zach Myers.
I
think he's in the Marines. Travis Cernolka is going to be a helicopter pilot. He's awesome, man. He's stout now.
That's
seen a picture of him. He's big. Who else do we know?
Justin
in the military?
Williams.
Wheezy.
Shouts to you, brother.
Anybody else? That's all I can think of.
Da 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 da. Cultural reaction.